Hi, everyone, and welcome to We Are Crotchety Old Men, the podcast for you, with you, and sometimes even about you. Today's episode is going to be kind of fun as we got an email from Daniel all the way back in episode 2. He finally reached out to me, the bum. And he actually said, Hey, I loved your podcast from last week when you were trying new foods. Could you see if you could try to find some old like food, candy, something, things from back when we were kids living up in North Jersey? So today, Abigail and I are going to be trying. What are we got? We're going to try Zero. We're going to try a drink called Moxie, and then we're going to try something kind of special that was a fan favorite of us. Then today we're also going to. We have other important news. We wanted to go over football because Jerome in DC he had he sent us 3 emails about the NFL. And we also are going to wrap up trying to explain the New Hampshire primary, I think. So, and of course,
That's a surprise to me about that.
yeah. And by the way, I left off the really fun thing we're going to do today. We're actually going to have a couple challenges for us. Did you want to just tell about the challenges, and then we're going to start off by eating while I do something over here?
Okay, we kind of got the idea from silly Guinness Book, World of Records. And Arden's task today will be to pick up as many M&Ms with chopsticks. And that sounds like it might be easy, but it
No,
isn't.
it's not.
So he needs to be able to pick them up and place them in a bowl. And we will time him for 1 minute and then count up how many he actually got through. And then my challenge is going to be typing the alphabet in the shortest amount of time possible.
Perfect. So let's go back to the beginning. So I got this email, and I was off on Monday, so I wanted to go and visit Abigail at work and take her out to lunch. So and we actually realized that the place we went had a lot of like old fashioned candies and soda. So that was the main reason why we went. So it's Martin Luther King's birthday on Monday, and we went to Cracker Barrel. Now, I have to admit, I felt like I didn't think anything about it. I just went because the food's good, and we actually knew that's where we could get all of this stuff. That was the main reason. It's also like right around the block from where she works. So we went there. I'm not thinking anything. I go to work on Tuesday, and I was like, "Yeah, I was so happy." I'm telling this one guy at work, I'm like, "Yeah, I went to Cracker Barrel on Martin Luther King Day," and he looks at me and just starts laughing, and I'm like, why is he laughing?" Then our IT person comes over, and she's black, and he tells her, "Hey, Wayne went to Cracker Barrel on Martin Luther King Day," and she starts laughing. It didn't kick in until she said, "You really went," and she did her best Southern mama voice. She went, "You really went to Cracker Barrel on Martin Luther King Day?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I actually did the "Oh my god" face. Like, "Oh my god!" I'm, I felt like such a jackass. But we went. I'm sorry. So nothing done unintentionally, but it was good. You had the dumplings, the chicken and dumplings.
Yes, my favorite. And they just kind of have, homemade food. That's what attracts me to it.
It was good stuff. Good stuff. And speaking of attractive food, so we're going to start out with a candy bar called Zero. Now, I have never heard of Zero, and so Abigail said it was from her childhood. So, what? Tell me about Zero.
Okay, so it was from my childhood and it essentially disappeared. But we knew, or I knew, that Cracker Barrel most likely had it, and they did. So I'm going to give a brief history about it.
Oh, cool.
Actually, it's going to be a little long, but I promise on the other ones I won't be as long.
That's right.
So
I'll
the
make up
Zero
for it.
Bar started being sold in 1920,
Okay.
which may not seem like a big deal, but the original Hershey bars were only initiated in 1900.
Oh
So
wow,
this is 20 years later. But
still 100 years ago.
so it's a candy bar with peanut, almond, nougat covered with a white chocolate layer of fudge, of white fudge. So let me ask you, Arden, do you know what nougat is?
I just know it's that inside of like a Three Musketeers bar. I don't know it's like whipped something, and I a little scared
Yeah,
you're gonna tell me
I
it's
mean,
like
essentially, it's
something.
a confection.
Okay.
Sugar, but also honey, roasted nuts, um, almonds and walnuts, even white whipped eggs.
Oh wow. Okay.
And the main thing I found interesting was it was discovered in the 17th century,
Really?
and
Wow. I never knew that.
by guess what country?
I would assume Germany.
Well, a country that became Iran.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow. Wow. That is why you listen here, folks. Great information about nougat.
Okay, so the zero bar,
Okay.
because it, really is different.
Okay.
It's reverse, having, white chocolate being the outside layer. It was sold many times to companies such as Sara Lee, but Hershey's, as we know, has kind of a monopoly on all chocolates. They took it over in 1996. Now, this is funny. In October of 2020, some guy named Link and another guy named Neil that were food tasters. Basically,
Food taste.
the show was the guy of the good mythical morning, which seems odd. But they deemed this the worst candy bar in
Oh
the world.
wow. So we're
So
about to taste
we're
it.
about to taste this.
Okay.
I mean,
So
that's pretty bold. They said it's the worst candy bar in the
okay.
world.
So you want me to open this, or do you want to open it, or do you
No,
want to?
you can open it.
Okay. Explain what the wrapper looks
All
like.
right,
So if anyone looks like
yeah, I mean, basically, it's different. It's a silver-based wrapper
it. Okay.
with the word zero in white, um, written left to right, and we got the king size, which basically includes two separate
Okay.
bars, which is perfect because there is two of us.
Right.
So Arden, you're gonna go ahead and open it,
All
and
right.
again,
Oh, it's white.
the
You
worst.
said it was white, right?
Right. But again, they say it's the worst candy bar in the world. So
All right, one for you.
I'm a little afraid.
Why would they think? Now, when do we know why it was the worst?
Hmm.
Smells great.
Yeah, it smells different.
All right, sorry. That's chewy. Sorry, I have to talk with my mouth full. That's very chewy.
I can taste the nougat.
I can taste the peanuts. Um, I'm still on my first bite. I can see never eating an entire king size bar because it's really chewy. Like if I was hungry and wanted something unhealthy, this actually works, and it's on the top of my mouth. I apologize. Okay.
That's what I was just gonna say. It sticks inside of your mouth.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll take another bite.
I am too. I will finish this. You can taste the chocolate. I don't know where I'm gonna put it though. I don't want to put it on my phone. On top of the wrapper. Okay. So that was
It's almost like chewing gum.
I'm still chewing my second bite. And okay. Hold on. Gotta get the caramel out. So what's up next?
Well, first, do you think it's the worst candy bar you've ever had?
Oh hell no.
Okay.
I one time bought my brother for Christmas chocolate covered insects. I couldn't do it, but he had a chocolate covered scorpion. I think there was grasshoppers, ants. I know I tried one, but I don't remember which one I tried. But I know he ate the chocolate covered scorpion and said it was absolutely disgusting. So I'll say that was the worst. So
Okay.
what's our next do? Okay, so we're gonna go with Moxie now. So as I'm opening it, first of all, you need a bottle opener for this. You can't. It's an old fat. Oh, we even got the sound.
And Abigail, myself, has never seen this anywhere.
All right. So, did you want to take a chug first while I explain what is Moxie? So Moxie's actually kind of old. Moxie actually was created in 1876. So really old. Oh, you should see the eyeballs that just popped out of her head. I haven't had a Moxie probably since I was a kid. And so uh, Moxie, by the way, is the official soft drink of Maine as of 2005. When it was created, it was called a Moxie Nerve Food. So it's supposed to give you a little giddy up and calm you down and giddy up at the same time. You also, it was endorsed by Ted Williams and Calvin Coolidge. So it's pretty old. Wow, it actually says established 1884 on the bottle, but it actually says 1876 in the history of it. So that's pretty interesting. So there's a problem with that. So what are your thoughts while I'm about to? Oh, she's going back for another chug. Is she going to spit it out? I don't know. Tell me what you're thinking.
It almost tastes medicinal. I mean, I don't think I'm going to take another sip. It doesn't taste specifically like a particular medicine.
Wow.
But it seems to have that effect, the after effect.
Oh.
What do you think, Arden?
That aftertaste is nasty, and I get them. If you didn't say medicine, it was supposed to be like a root beer kind of thing.
It's not.
Ew. That's really freaking gross.
So you actually drank those when you were younger?
I definitely had one. You know, it's almost how like Dr. Pepper has a completely distinct taste. I've only tried this one time as a kid. Wow, we should have went with the dads.
It even says
distinctly different. I'm gonna try another one. Hold on.
It is different.
Yeah, that aftertaste is gross. I mean, I had to take, have you ever had Buckley's?
No.
Okay, so Buckley's is actually it's like a cough drop. And on the package, it used to have a picture of a kid almost like gagging. Because they said it tastes disgusting, but works so well. Like that was it. And that's what this reminds me. Like if I had a really bad cold, I would probably drink some of this like heated with a lot of alcohol. I can mix that with like Jägermeister and create something. The Moxie bomb. Ooh.
I think it would be a bomb.
I think I want to challenge Mr. Fun out there and his crew to actually get we have an extra bottle. I will save the bottle of unopened Moxie and give it to them, and they can mix it with Jägermeister and have the worst drink ever. The Moxie bomb. Oh,
I think so.
Okay. Now moving on. Now this is going to be a little fun. So I want people to kind of use their memories. If you were growing up in the late 70s, early 80s, you kind of may remember this. Hold on. We got to actually find what we're doing here.
Oh, that sounds crispy. I love that peanutty smell. What you eating, Lou? Whatchamacallit. What do you call it? Whatchamacallit. I mean, what's its name? I told you the name. You said what?
He said whatchamacallit. Now, I remember that commercial. That was one of the first commercials for a brand new candy that came out when we were kids. And so we have two whatchamacallits, and we're each. By the way, I'm actually looking. The package serving on a whatchamacallit bar is 1. The reason I'm looking at that is because on the calories, it's 230 calories. The Zero bar was only 140.
Interesting.
So,
and it was bigger to a degree.
Well, it was 2 bars serving.
Right, but they were a little thicker. So.
Well, I'm amazed that the Zero, 1 bar of a Zero is equal to 1 bar of this, and this has well, you're right. These are thick. All right, whatever. I just say, wow, the saturated fat in this is so high, but I'm excited by it.
So just like with Zero, I'm gonna give you a little bit of history of this whatchamacallit bar.
I'm gonna try it.
Basically, it was started in 1978 by the Hershey Chocolate Company. It originated as a peanut flavored crisp with peanut butter coated in a thin layer of chocolate. Now, beginning in 1987 to 2008, they added caramel to it. And however, after a big run in the 80s, Hershey stopped producing it in 2022. So I guess it's a good thing we got it when we did.
It's still available. Oh, sorry, I'm talking my mouth full again. By the way, all of these are available on Amazon. So you
Okay.
can find it. I did look.
So another interesting fact is that essentially in 2008, they replaced cocoa butter with cheaper oil substitutes. It still has chocolate in it, but the FDA essentially indicates that if you don't have cocoa butter in a chocolate candy, it cannot be deemed milk chocolate. It has to be deemed as chocolate candy.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't even opened mine, but Arden did. So give your thoughts.
Well, you try yours. So I actually just sat there and ate half of it. I really like it. I really like it was surprisingly how much I really want to eat that whole thing. But I've got to save it. Abigail's looking. She's making no face right now. I don't know if it's good face, happy face, or she doesn't like it.
Well, I'll be honest, I'm not a big peanut butter fan.
Oh, okay.
But I like the texture.
Okay.
And again, this one I do remember from my childhood.
Okay.
And I went like a beeline at Cracker Barrel to get it because I thought, it was really old. So, but now I see it was being produced until 2022, and I find that interesting because I don't think you would find it in a gas station anywhere.
Right. And so let's go over. We had three things. The Zero bar, liked it, very thick. Like if I was hungry at work and that was in a vending machine, I would totally get that because that's really thick. Like that will keep you going for a little while.
Okay, but meanwhile, those two guys said it was the worst candy bar in the world.
I most certainly would disagree with them. The Moxie, that was nasty. I will be taking the rest of the open bottle and pouring it into my plant tonight. I pour a lot of soda in my plant that I don't like. And the Whatchamacallit, I will finish my bar and be very happy with it because it was good. So what's your review of the three?
Of the three, I'd have to say the Whatchamacallit was the only thing that I found palatable.
Really? You didn't like the Zero?
The Zero was just a little too gooey.
Okay.
And, just afraid I might choke on it, quite frankly.
Okay.
And then the Moxie, I've already discussed that it was disgusting.
We didn't even get past, how a bottle is like thin at the end and then gets round? We didn't get past the round, like near the round part. We're still at the beginning. So Moxie, yeah. I mean, if it had like cocaine in it, it might be good to wake you up. But other than that, I don't have my Moxie. Looking back when we were at Cracker Barrel, they had some other things that I would like to try. They had Hydrox cookies, which are basically, they used to be called Oreo Light, believe it or not, but they came out before Oreos. They had Chunky bars. Remember Chunky bars?
I know the name.
It was like a big giant square. And they had all different kinds there. And then they had, remember the candy on a piece of paper that you ate off the paper? Like there were little dabs of candy. Oh, okay. So we might have to go back there, but not on. Hey, let's go there on Juneteenth. Why don't I make myself look like an idiot again?
What I was hoping to see there was the candy cigarettes. And I can understand that today would probably be, unheard of to be selling those. But when I was a kid, we ate a lot of those candy cigarettes.
Candy and were they bubble gum?
I don't remember either, but we pretended like we were smoking.
Yeah.
I mean, today that would be unheard of.
Right. By the way, I just took another bite of the Zero bar because I'm a little hungry. I didn't have lunch today. So as I'm done.
Well, now we're going to the fun part of the show.
That was fun. Painful with the Moxie.
But this is going to be funnier.
Okay. So we have two challenges today. First, we're going to do the what are these chopsticks? We're picking them up in a bowl and putting them in another bowl. Now I have two sets of chopsticks. Hold on, honey. Ding 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 ding. Is that how chopsticks goes? Anyway, so I got wooden, and then I got Abigail bought these for me for my birthday. You can't hear them, but they're actually lightsaber chopsticks. So if we ever do a video, this would be the one we want to keep because they're like blue lightsabers.
Yeah, and they're fluorescent.
Yes. Now, I think, now I did practice this. I will admit it. I did practice this at home. At home.
Right, but...
And I got okay with the wooden chopsticks, and I was awful with the lightsabers.
Right.
So what's the record that you saw?
Okay. Out of Malaysia came a person named Abigail. In under 1 minute, she consumed 25 pieces. So she was able to pick them up and put them in her mouth.
Okay.
Arden, I don't believe you're going to try to do that.
No.
I think your goal is going to be able to pick them up out of a bowl.
Out of a bowl.
And transfer them to a second bowl.
Back in the bowl.
And then we will time that for a minute and count up how many he gets in.
Okay, so tell me when you're ready for the... Hold on, I'm getting my M&Ms. Now, I'm going to try with the regular chopsticks first. And then you tell me when to go. I'm ready.
Okay, not yet.
I'm ready.
Not yet.
Still ready.
Not yet. 3, 2, 1, go.
Struggling early. Struggling. And I can't just flick them in, right?
All right. No, you got to pick it up.
1.
Good job.
2.
2 oranges.
2 oranges. 3.
A yellow.
4. 4. 5. Wait, I don't...
You got some brown ones in there.
Okay, come on. Son of a...
Keep going. You're doing great.
Oh, come on. Come on, you little bastards. Get the freaking son of a... the strategy is to get them on the side.
Very difficult to do. I'm going to tell you all right now.
Oh, I thought I had 2 in a row. It fell off my chopstick. Tell me when a minute's over. Oh,
I will. But it's not up. You're doing great.
I'm pretty close.
Yeah. What if you get 25?
We have a recording.
Then we might have to go to the mouth to ingest them. You still got 10 seconds.
I'm doing it. This is hard. This is really hard. I hope you can hear them flying into the
2, 1.
Nope. Okay.
Stop.
All right. I got a bunch. Hold on. Let's see here. They got 4 red, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. I can't even count. 4 of those. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. That's
All right.
not bad at all.
Now I want to try with the lightsabers. With the lightsabers on. By the way, I did try this and my eyes started hurting. Okay. All right, I'm watching the clock here.
Okay.
All right,
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, this is so much harder. So much harder, I think, because they're...
I think it's impossible because they're round.
I mean, they're so round.
And you're trying to get an M&M that's basically round but flat.
Well, that's why they say baseball is the hardest sport, because you have to hit a round ball with a round bat. I don't know if that's why, but I'm getting 1. It's sliding off.
He thought he was getting 1.
Son of a biatch.
I'm going down right now saying he's going to get 0.
No, there.
No, he got
In
1.
your face, I got 1. Oh, 2. 2.
Oh, I have to eat my words.
Oh, you should be eating these M&Ms.
Oh, boy.
I got 3. 4.
Amazing.
Whatever happened to the tan M&Ms? Like,
I don't know.
We're getting a couple. We're getting a couple with the lightsabers.
All right. 5, 4,
right, 1 more.
3, 2, 1. Done.
So what did I get? 7.
That's not bad.
Now you have to try it.
Oh, but I don't even know how to use chopsticks normally.
If your life depended on it, you had to get 1. Your life depends on it. Okay. We're going to do it at the 30-second mark.
All right.
So
Can I use this end?
Yes.
All right.
You can use any end. You can scoop them. You can try to flick them in if you want.
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. Dun, 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 dun.
Can I use 2 hands?
She's using 2 hands to try to... She's making it look like clothespins. That's her technique. So she's got the clothespin technique. She's got each hand on 1 chopstick.
I'm never going to get 1. I'm
No,
not.
no, your life depends on it.
The microphone got in the way.
I think she broke that M&M. All right, here we go. You got plenty of time.
That was bullshit. I
You
had
got this.
it.
You got it. You got it. Come on. Okay, Now, by the way, she's using the flatter side of the chopsticks with two hands. I'm thinking at the end she's gonna actually start flicking them. You got 15 seconds.
I might just throw the damn bowl on the ground.
Now she's stabbing them. She's stabbing come on, you got 13 seconds. 20, 19, 10, 9, 8, 7. You can't get a 6.
I managed to pick it up, but it fell
2,
off.
1. Oh.
Arden, you win.
Wow, so she would have been executed.
You can.
No, if your life depended on it, you couldn't get one.
But at least we have a snack for later.
Oh, all right. So maybe you're going to do a lot better at the next challenge.
Well, I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
But when I look up the records, I just find them hard to believe. So the goal is to type the alphabet on your laptop without looking.
Right.
So closed eyes or blindfolded. Now, the record apparently is 1.54 seconds. Now, Arden, do you think that's possible?
Well, I saw the video and the lady looked, I don't even think a robot. We did do mine with my eyes closed and with my eyes open. Do you have those numbers? They were really sad.
Yeah, I mean, he tried 3 times and really didn't even come close. I think in one of them, out of the 26 letters, he was missing 8.
Oh, that's with my eyes closed. I want to point that out. Now, what did I do without my eyes closed? It was like 13 seconds, right?
No, I think it was a little longer.
No,
maybe 15 seconds.
15 seconds to type the alphabet because I couldn't
well,
find.
Now I might be a loser on this one too.
I couldn't even find. I couldn't find the cue. Okay, so Abigail's ready. Hold on, she's moving her mouse.
Ready. So, are you saying with your eyes open?
Yeah, do it with your eyes open. I think. I mean, I can't type. So you just tell me when you're ready.
Okay, tell me when to go.
3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seconds? No way. Oh, it took me 15, and I can't type.
Bad.
Yeah, but I can't type.
I know, I didn't do very well.
Okay, now you have to do it with your eyes closed, and now you just think, just try your best, because I made 8 out of 26 wrong. And I didn't even put a Q in there because I can't find the Q.
Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes.
All right, eyes are closed.
Right,
here we go. Yep.
I know I messed up already.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, 15 seconds. Oh, wait. There's 1, 2 mistakes. By the way, you have to learn how to spell.
I only had 2 mistakes.
2 mistakes with our eyes closed. That's a lot better than my 8.
I'll take it. And how long did it take me to do that?
That was 15 seconds.
Okay.
So
Arden overall ruled on these challenges overall.
Because I'm fat, but I can't type.
Yeah. So, well, that was a lot of fun.
That was fun. So we have to. Oh, the reason we couldn't do the pee challenge is because I have carpeting. I couldn't blow a pee because I can't blow a pee on carpet.
I don't think you should say blow.
On carpet. Hey, this is a family-friendly show. So we are actually running out of time. So let me skip one and come back to football.
Okay.
And just very briefly. So I was going to make this a little bit longer because Abigail really wants to talk about football. But you have the New Hampshire primaries. On the Republican side, it's Trump, Nikki Haley, and DeSantis. DeSantis today pretty much has said he's pulling out of New Hampshire altogether. So he doesn't care. So it's a 2-person race. But in this one, anyone can vote. So Democrats, independents, and Republicans can vote for any side, anyone they want.
Okay, just quickly, DeSantis is not pulling out. He pulled out.
Right, he pulled out. I'm sorry. He was in the act of pulling out. Okay, there's a really bad joke there, but I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, so we with that, the Democrat side was actually a little bit more fascinating. So Joe Biden and the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, actually said that they were not going to actually have, they're not putting Joe Biden on the ballot at all, because he said he wants, there should be a bigger emphasis on diversity, and New Hampshire is not as diverse. Meanwhile, 33 other people are on the ballot. So, and the leading two on the ballot are Dean Phillips and Marianne Williamson. They're the big two. So it could be fascinating if either one of them get like 20, 30% of the vote. Now, if there is a miracle and one of those people actually win, the DNC has already said that their delegates would not be seated at the national conference. So they actually are. So Biden doesn't care. He said, "Yeah, you can write my name in, pretty much." And the Democratic committee, a person, Lee Saunders, said that South Carolina is better representative of the country. Sorry, I had to read that. So they actually skipped. Now, in the Constitution of New Hampshire, it actually says that they must be the first primary. So the Democrats skipped it. So pretty fascinating stuff. So anyway, you need to talk about football.
Okay, I'm gonna be
Unless you have a
quick.
question.
I'm gonna be quick.
No, you can talk.
Last week I talked about the Dallas Cowboys and how much I can't stand them. They're called America's team, and for what? For 20 plus years of losing, and in the last 3 years having 12 wins in the season and being practically one and done in the playoffs. And what did I say on this show, Arden, last week about the Dallas Cowboy game?
On or off the air?
On the air, I believe.
Okay,
maybe. I mean,
Because off the air, she said
so
some
if
things.
you gotta fact check it, I don't know. But at the end of the day,
predicted.
I wanted Dak Prescott
Yes.
to throw a pick six at the end of the game when the Cowboys were trying to drive to win the game. Well, I didn't get that at the end of the game, but in the first half, he threw a pick six plus another interception, and they got trounced. And I loved every minute of it.
It was enjoyable for you. I mean, that's why.
It was really enjoyable. I'm a Commanders, Redskins, whatever you want to call them, fan, and they had a terrible year. But my brother educated me that sometimes that's good because you get a better draft pick.
Which was actually what Jerome emailed us about. He actually wanted to know if Abigail knew what number they were picking in the draft order. He also wanted to know if we knew the numbers for it was on Peacock or something, Peacock channel, the Dolphin game, because the Dolphin Chief game was on after we finished our podcast last week. So he wanted to know about that. And what are your thoughts going into next year or even today's games? Who do you want to win now?
Well, I mean, that's a little tough, because, I like the Packers. I also wouldn't mind to see Detroit make
Detroit.
it because, they've never won it. And I always try to root for the underdog. But, going back to the draft picks, Jerome, we have the number 2 draft pick.
Okay, number 2. Who is number 1?
Well, it's got to be the Carolina Panthers. I don't think they won a game. And the owner, isn't he the one that threw something down on a fan?
I have no idea.
I think he did. And he only got fined like $10,000.
Oh, wow.
And he threw an object and hit some fans. So, the only last point I'll make about the football game, I was bitching about it being on the Paramount channel, was it? Peacock.
Sorry, I just looked that up.
And, I'm glad to hear that got the least number of ratings out of all the football games last weekend.
But it did have like 23 million people who had to pay for it or something, or similar, something like that.
Well, yeah, a lot of people signed up for it just to watch that game, and that's just sad.
Well, now I'm not once again, I will always keep admitting I'm not a football fan. I watched only the first half, and I thought it was the worst game I've ever listened to ever. I mean, I thought I was watching a Cowboys game, the way the announcers were. I mean, like, I used to be a Miami Dolphin fan, but I actually left at halftime. I was like, this is awful. Last part about it, it was so bad The Dolphins were down by 6 with the ball with less than 2 minutes to go. And the announcer literally said, well, the Dolphins have to do something here to get back in this game. Back in the game, there was less than 2 minutes left. They had the ball, a touchdown, and they take the lead. What a butt munch. I mean, I hated them. I want
Yeah,
to.
I mean the same with the Cowboys.
Yes,
Even at the, the last few minutes, they were like they practically said there's still hope.
They're still home.
And
Prescott Miracle Man.
anyway, one and done as I predicted.
So, sorry about the rush part about that, but I think we were having too much fun with our M&Ms. Feel free, reach out to us, join the show. We could take the challenge at home. Email us your results on how you did without cheating like I would. But we are crotchetyoldmen@gmail.com. We are crotchetyoldmen@gmail.com.
It's too late for us to add and a woman.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we did try, but we actually would never mind. It's too technical for me, and that's not that difficult. And
well, I do feel like a second fiddle because I'm not part of the email address, but that's okay.
Right. Well, we could change the email address, but then we would have 2 email addresses. And you know where else you could reach us at Crotchety Old Men at Twitter, or X at Crotchety Old Men. And with that, before Abigail hits me over the head with some Moxie, hopefully everyone has a great day. Reach out to us, and we're going to go and watch some football, I think. I think that's the mission. And grooving to the 80s. I mean, we got it all. Oh, yeah. 80s music.
All right. I'm going to sign off, and good night to all of you.